Wesley Medical Research Chairman, Mr. Charlie Sartain, and members of your board, our patrons, Mr. Martin Albrecht and Emeritus Professor John Pern AO, and I understand Svena Pern is here, yes of course. Chief Executive Officer, Dr. Claudia Jurgen, the many distinguished guests, colleagues, if I could call you that, after my many years in the health system, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to also acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land Brisbane is on, the Turrbal and Yagara people, and pay my respects to elders past, present and future. And also note the work that this institute does to improve outcomes of our First Nations people. It's always very important work for our health system. Thank you very much for your kind invitation to be here this evening. For me, it's not only an honour, but also a great pleasure to accept the role of Patron-in-Chief of Wesley Medical Research. And I undertake this patronage with both enthusiasm, that is easy to do, but also a degree of humility, because when I consider the calibre of what this organisation has achieved since its establishment in December 1994, its continuing role, and thank you for showing me through, with its biobanks, clinical testing, specialist research fields, all of which make a real contribution to the ongoing well-being of not only Queenslanders, but humanity. I do think that it's important on occasions such as tonight that we all pause and reflect on how important that work is in the lives of those that you touch. The Wesley Medical Research mission, as we've already heard, to deliver immediate improvements in patient care and quality of life through applied medical research, translates in real terms to changing an untold number of lives for the better, which is, of course, a truly honourable endeavour. And it would also be remiss of me not to mention the significant contributions you have made to the global COVID-19 effort. The establishment of the COVID-19 Rapid Response Research Centre forced you, in many ways as researchers, to become first responders, running towards the crisis in front of us all, conducting time-critical research for a global community that desperately needed it. The work here of the Rapid Response Centre and similar groups in Queensland, I think, engendered an enormous amount of pride in what researchers do achieve. But although COVID has claimed a spotlight in those last 2 years, I also want to acknowledge the work you've undertaken in other areas, particularly your groundbreaking research in autoimmune diseases, and your work on celiac disease that affects so many, your focus on rural and remote mental health. I'm sorry that John Allen's not here tonight to talk about it, but I'm sure there'll be some others here who can, in such an important area. I also enjoyed touring your wonderful facility, and it was purpose-built. That's fantastic for research to be so prominent in a board's view to do something like that. So congratulations with the work you've done in neurology, immunology, celiac disease, amongst others. I will continue, as long as you want to have me, I will take a very active interest in supporting your ongoing ventures. I really enjoyed the newsletter I got at the start of the year, and I hope to see each one of those. So please send them through. So I'm delighted to be asked to be your patron-in-chief, although some of your other patrons probably are more deserving in terms of their research role, and I think what Professor Pern has done in his career. So thank you for that, and I get to then present you with a certificate.